Sometimes this roof up over my head starts getting me down, crowding me out. You know what I'm talking about. I need to clear my head and head for the countryside. Take a little walk, maybe take a little ride. Bullfrogs croaking, smallmouth jumping, wind blowing through the trees. So let's throw a cooler in the truck. I know where I wanna be. Outdoors with Joey Mines, in a deer stand back in the woods, or kicking back, wetting the line. Rain pours, sun shines, but it's all good, 'cause I'm doing what I love with who I like. I can find that peace of mind I'm looking for outdoors.
Outdoors with Joey Mines is brought to you in part by Wendy's, Midstate RV Center, Angler Quest Pontoon Boats, Raging Rhino Lures, crvillas.com, BnM Poles, Highland Marina Resort, Aikens Ford in Winder, Georgia, Wild Willie's Custom Accessories, Bad Boy Buggies, and Southern Cart Services. For the next half hour, join us.
But it's all good, 'cause we're doing what we love with who we like. We can find that peace of mind we're looking for outdoors.
Where'd it go? There's one. There's a fish. All right. Oh yeah, pretty one, pretty one. Come here, baby. All right. Fish number one. He's just big enough to keep. Hi folks, welcome to this week's show. Today we're on West Point Lake in LaGrange, Georgia. I've been here for a couple of minutes. I've actually just marked my first brush pile. One thing we're going to use today, we've got my Crappie poles. These are Duck Commander poles, 12 foot long, and I've got these fish located in about 12 to 13 feet. And there they are right there, going off the graph. I just ran over the fish right there. Boy, folks, we got a little wind blowing. We've got fish biting. It is the 1st of April. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back. Looking for a great location for a romantic getaway, a family vacation, a reunion, or a fishing party with your buddies? Come to Highland Marina Resort. We have waterfront cabins to fit every budget. Check out our newly constructed Lake Point chalets. The lake views are awesome and the sunsets are breathtaking. There's a waterfront restaurant and a fleet of rental craft, and the fishing, it's awesome. For all the details, visit our website at highlandmarinaresort.com. There's our fish right there on the graph, and there's a fish right here. I got one as soon as I said, there's the fish. There he is. I like that. I like that. All right. I marked him, and then I caught him. Look at the fish right here. There he is. And this is what they look like. That's a typical West Point crappie. It's about a half a pound, maybe a little more than that. There will be bigger fish today, but quite honestly, this is a great fish to keep, great fish to eat. A lot of guide trips love this kind of fish. So we'll put him in the water. Okay. See you, buddy. All right, I started out with 3 poles, now I've got 2. And this little bit of wind has kind of got me. If you look over my shoulder, there's our marker buoy straight ahead. And I'm gonna ease the boat up back on top of the brush. Okay, a little bit of wind. Let me go ahead and hook this one up. One thing that helps us today is good electronics. And needless to say, we've got Lowrance. This is a HDS 10 Generation 2. It's got the down scan, side scan. Right now, if you look right here, there's our fish, right where my finger is. I'm back over the top of them. It shows me the brush pile, and it'll actually show me the fish as well. But I'm sitting right on top. All right, I'm easing back over it. There's some more brush. Okay, right here is where we should get our bite. Right about here. One thing about a brush pile, I recommend that you build them big. This is something I do in the wintertime. And I come out, I put cedar trees out, I put oak trees out, I put stakes in the ground. I've actually put a lot of different things. Tried PVC pipes. There's a lot of things you can put in the water. As long as it's structure, I think it really helps attract these fish. Okay, watching my corks. Still got one more pole to put out. One piece of equipment that I think is also important or great. There's a fish. Oh, he just pulled it down. Dadgummit. That was a fish. He just pulled my cork down. I didn't get him. I'm gonna ease it back up. One thing that helps me catch the fish are these little rod holders right now. These are Drift Master. They're made out of Manning, South Carolina. Best on the market by far. There's none better. And I'm going to show you on the next fish how easy you can get these rod holders out to catch the fish. Okay. Easing back up to the brush. Back on top of it. Okay, now I've got 3 poles out. Here we go. There's one. There's a good one. There's a good one. All right. Okay, come here, baby. Well, we're fighting this wind today, but the fish are still here. All right, let's see what this one looks like. Come here, baby. Look at there. Isn't that pretty? That's a pretty healthy fish. All right. Look here, got one on this one. There's another one. There's another one. All right, got 2 on. Okay. Another one. Got a big one and a little one. All right. Okay, I'm just going to let that one down. Isn't that pretty? Pretty West Point crappie. Okay, folks, we've got a little wind blowing here. We're actually going to move the boat and go up in the creek and get out of the wind. I know there's fish on about 15 different brush piles today. There's no need to fight it out here. We're going to get out of the wind. Y'all stay with us. Quest Pontoon Boats features a unique, lightweight design for the maximum boating experience. From our paddle boats, to the Luxury Series, to the Angler Quest, made for the serious fisherman. Quest Pontoon Boats meets the needs and budgets for every boating experience. We have the boat you've been looking for and invite you to experience Quest. Check us out at questpontoons.com. There's one. There's one. Okay, buddy. That's a little fella. We'll let him go. We've been here about 30 seconds. But that's a good sign. Over the years, I built, right now, I think there's 115 brush piles that I put on West Point Lake. This was the 3rd brush pile that I built about 15 years ago. And it's got wax myrtle, it's got cedar trees, we drove stakes in the ground. And one thing about it, a lot of people ask me, well, what's the area that you build your brush pile? Number one, the first place we fished this morning was out in the wind, and we probably showed you a little bit of that footage. It was too windy to fish. Well, I recommend that you build a brush pile in a cove on the side. Right now we're in a major cove, and we've got a 15-mile-an-hour wind blowing around us, but it's not affecting us here. So build your brush in a cove or on the side, on both sides of the lake. And that way, if the wind's blowing this way, you can fish on that side. If it's blowing that way, you'll get out of the wind. But those are just little tips. Another thing that people ask, and that I have a lot of people say, well, there's a fish right here. Look here, there's one, there's one, there's one. Let's see, that one's a little bigger. Okay, come here, buddy. He's a little bigger. A lot of people ask me, well, what's the best kind of cover? And quite honestly, I can't tell you that for sure, because I catch fish on all types of cover. That's a small one there. We're gonna throw him back. So if you've got access to cedar trees, build it out of cedar. If you've got access to oak trees, build it out of oak. If all you can get are Christmas trees, well, quite honestly, put Christmas trees out. It's that simple. Another little tip, when you're building these things, build them big. This one right here is probably 50 foot square. That's big. I mean, it's real big. And the bigger, the better. Another little tip, when you build them, right now we're sitting in 13.8 feet of water. These fish today are trying to spawn, and they're spawning in my brush pile, quite honestly. There, the brush comes up, and there's part of it right there. The brush comes, there's another fish, there's another fish. There's another fish. Okay, here's one we'll take home with us. Okay, buddy. Well, I'm trying to talk and give you some information, but these fish, fortunately, are interrupting me. Okay, here's another nice one. This one will go home with us. There we go. He's about a half a pound or so. They get a lot bigger on West Point, but that's nothing wrong with that fish. Nothing wrong with that one at all. But like I say, when you're building them, whatever kind of structure you can put out is what you put out. It's that simple. It's that simple. I used to worry about people finding all my stuff. And quite honestly, we're in this cove. We're out in the middle of the cove. My boat's got my pictures on the side. It's got my logo. It's got my guide service name and number and all that. So it's obvious I'm not hiding from you. I leave this area. Here's another fish. I leave this area, and there'll be people try and find it. But quite honestly, this thing is out in the middle of a cove. It's almost impossible to find. So I don't worry about that anymore. I used to worry about it years ago, and now it's just part of going fishing. All right, got to put another bait on this one. We're getting a bunch of bites, in case y'all wondering. Just keep watching these corks. All right, I'm back on the brush. I'd floated off of it just a little ways. If you watch these corks, they're both getting ready to go down. I'm sitting on the fish now. Here we go. All right, I'm on them. I see fish. If you look at my graph, you see there's a fish right there. They're sitting right on top of this brush. 13.2 feet right here. Boy, this is my favorite time of year. There's a lot of people right now are still trolling. There's fish that are in shallow water. There's some that are in 2 feet of water. There's some that are in the 13 feet of water, which is right here. All fish do not go shallow at the same time. All fish don't go deep at the same time. All fish don't spawn at the same time. So these fish today are all going to be full of eggs, every one of them. I came out with a guide party yesterday, and we caught a box full. And when we cleaned them, they all had eggs. So we're in the same spot. There's no question they'll have eggs in them again today. Folks, it's time to go fishing on West Point Lake in LaGrange, Georgia. This is my 32nd year of guiding on West Point for large coolers full of crappie. New for 2015, I will be fishing out of the AnglerQuest pontoon boat. This boat is ideal for groups of up to 8 people. This is the best boat I have ever used for guiding. Over the past 20 years, I have put over 100 brush piles in West Point Lake that creates cover for crappie year-round. I cater to young children and the handicapped. Like Outdoors with Joey Mines on Facebook to keep up with what the fish are doing, as well as catch the latest episode of Outdoors with Joey Mines. Call 706-402-3607 or visit me on the web at joeymines.com. There he is. He barely hit it. I saw the cork just barely move. Pretty fish. Hey, buddy. Boy, he swallowed it too. I didn't set the hook right away because he didn't pull the cork down. He didn't pull my bobber down. All right. Got another one right here. Here we go. There's another one. All right. Put that one in the live well. There's another one coming in. All right. All right, here we go. That's the way to get them started. One thing about a brush pile, once you get on that little sweet spot, you're liable to catch 10 or 15 in a little tiny area. The buoy, if you look right here, I've only got one pole left. I'm gonna throw it right where I think the fish are, right there. I just dropped it right there. I've got to take this fish off. He's a little small. We'll throw him back. Little small. Okay. Once you find the spot, though, it's a sweet spot. You're liable to catch 10, 15, sometimes more than that. So I can't stress enough. You look around. If the brush pile is 50 foot square, there's only going to be about 5 foot of that brush pile that's going to hold those fish. They'll get bunched up and they'll school up on it. Got my cork right there. Let's see if we can get another one to pull it down. All right. One thing we're using today are red toughies, and I'm going to show you something about that. These are tiny minnows. There's a toughie, and that's what he looks like. And they're actually red. I had a chance to get some. We've had muddy water on this lake for the last 2 months. And red is a color that does show up in muddy water. Now, it's not muddy today. It's actually got a pretty color to it. But up until about a week ago, this water was stained and muddy. So I've still got some left. I buy minnows by the thousands. I actually buy them by the pound. And we go through quite a lot of them. On a typical guide trip, I'll put 30 dozen minnows in the buckets, and expecting to catch a lot of fish, and most days we really do. We get on them, and if I had 4 or 5 people in the boat right now, I'd be there's another fish right there. I'd be circling these fish, and all of them would be catching a fish. There's one. There's one. There's a pretty one. All right, come here, baby. All right. Nice, pretty crappie. All right. I'm just going back and forth over this brush. We're in the strike zone right now. Pretty little healthy fish. We'll take him home with us. All right, buddy, get on in there. Folks, one thing that I think is very important when you're out fishing is eye protection. I've got Typhoon eyewear. This is the best on the market today without question. They've got the ultraviolet rays that will affect your eyes. A lot of cheap sunglasses out there. You think you're protected, well, quite honestly, you're in trouble. Typhoon has got the best on the market, lifetime warranty. I strongly recommend that you visit their website at typhoonoptics.com to learn more about it. And best of all, the price is outstanding. You can go to bassproshops.com as well as West Marine, and you'll find these glasses there as well. I've been using these for about 3 years now, and a lot of my customers, I've got them turned on to Typhoon, and all I hear is great things about a quality product. Typhoon Optics. Y'all stay with us. We'll be right back. Typhoon Optics, featuring AquaView with its polarized lens technology, has a lifetime warranty with 100% UV protection. They are water repellent, smudge-proof, anti-static, with an unbreakable injected polycarbonate lens. Typhoon sunglasses are available at West Marine, BassPro.com, and Typhoon.com. And I know a lot of people save up, and a lot of you have fished with me in the past. And one outstanding way to keep up with what I do is Facebook. Go to Outdoors with Joey Mines on Facebook, and you'll know, because I post a lot of these trips, a lot of my guide trips. I'll show you pictures. I'll show you pictures of fish that we caught the day before. And when you text me or send me an email, a lot of times I'll send you a photo of yesterday's trip, just to kind of let you know what you can expect. But outstanding fishing on West Point, without a doubt, one of the best lakes in the country for catching crappie. Today we haven't caught the real big fish. I think the front has really come in and got us. I think it really has. It's starting to, the wind's starting to lay down a little bit, and hopefully these fish will pick up a little bit more, especially the bigger fish. The smaller fish are biting, but still got a wonderful day on West Point. If you're in the area, Highlands Marina Resort, outstanding people. I've known them a number of years. They've got 40 cabins, anything from the 1-bedroom all the way up to the 3- and 4-bedroom for your family. It's a great vacation destination. If you come down, you're spending several days, well, I recommend that you give LaGrange a try. They've got some great restaurants. Callaway Gardens is 20 minutes away. You can take your family down there for the day. There's a lot of wonderful activities that you can bring your family. You can water ski on this lake. There's boat rentals, got jet skis. There's a lot to do on West Point Lake. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's show. Crappie fishing the simple way is what I call it. I love fishing with the poles. It brings back a lot of memories of growing up. Had a lot of great memories with my dad fishing Santee Cooper, and this is the way we caught them. We use cane poles. Today we've got the outstanding BnM poles, but give me a call if you're interested in a trip. Facebook, website. You can go to Highland Marina's website. You can see how to get me there, and hopefully I'll bring you out on an outstanding crappie fishing trip. Folks, until next time, y'all have some good hunting and good fishing. I'll see you next week.
But it's all good, 'cause you're doing what you love with who you like. You might find that peace of mind you're looking for. Outdoors with Joey Mines, in a deer stand back in the woods, or kicking back, wetting the line. Rain pours, sun shines, but it's all good, 'cause we're doing what we love with who we like. We can find that peace of mind we're looking for. Outdoors, outside.